Guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much guys for returning and watching another video. I'm going to talk to you about a perfect gas trifecta. So these are the three gas cards that I use the most. So I'm bringing you those three cards, recommend them to you, tell you the pros and cons with these three cards, and let you know data points on each one of them. Why do I prefer to use these cards when there are so many gas cards in the market? More on that in the video, so stay tuned. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching another video. I appreciate you guys taking out of your time to come here in our channel. Thank you for your support. Thank you for those of you who always hop on our live streams, always super chatting for, contributing with the channel, not only with the super chats, but also with resources, information, and things that can help the community. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you what I personally consider my perfect gas trifecta. So these are the three gas cards that I use the most. As some of you know, we own a small fleet of cars, and these are the gas cards that we use the most when we have to put gas on the vehicles. And I'm going to break down each one of the gas cards. Why do I prefer these gas cards? Surprisingly enough, they are not underwritten by the popular gas cards underwriters such as WEX. As you guys know, most of you know, we're not fans of WEX. There is a lot, going on with the customer service with WEX. There's a lot going on how they treat their client, how they suspend your account without giving you any notice that the account is past due. So that is one of the reasons as to why we're moving away completely from WEX. And I'm gonna bring you three of the cards that I prefer to use really often when it comes to refueling our vehicles. I'm going to talk on data points on each card, what makes it important to me particularly, and why you should consider these cards. Really, the information is for you to have options, right? You don't have to apply for certain cards. You know that you have options to apply. There are hundreds of gas cards out there. You just have to go with the one that serves you the best. Okay guys, so the first card that I want to talk about is the Axle fuel card, or Pilot Flying J. Most of you are actually familiar with this card. We've talked about this card many times in the channel, but I really wanted to talk to you about this card because in my case, it took a few months before I was able to use this card, specifically because I have to drive almost 25 minutes for me to be able to find a gas station where I can use this card. They are not going to let you use the card for anything other than gas. So I went inside the convenience store just to pay inside at the cashier, and I tried to pick up some items and try to put it under the card, but it actually only lets you use it for gas purposes alone. Now, if you're starting out building business credit, I do not recommend you to use or apply for this card because you're more likely to get denied. And I'm not talking about like huge, you have to be like in tier 2, tier 3 in order for you to be approved. But so long as you have like 3+, 3+ trade lines on your business credit, reporting to your business credit, you can apply confidently for this card and you are most likely to be approved. In terms of credit limit for you to be granted on this card, it's going to depend on how much you say, how much gas you utilize on a weekly basis. That's what they're going to base the approval on. And then in some cases, I believe, I'm not sure if Pilot Flying J, they do that, but in some cases, some applications, when you put an amount a week or something like that, they will multiply that amount 3 or 4 times. That was the case with this card, and that was the case with the other cards, one of the other cards that I'm going to talk to you about next. So that's my segue to the next card, which we did a video recently on, and that is the AtoB card, the AtoB gas card. I mean, this card, I recently received it, and you know, I showed you guys in the last video some of the data points, and this is actually a Visa card. Now, one thing that I recommend, guys, if you go to the gas station, you can see here that you can use the touchless, charge. So you can go ahead and tap it on the paying station, and they'll go ahead and charge your card. But I would not recommend you to do that. I would recommend you to swipe the card. Number one, it's more secure because in that event, you're utilizing the chip here, okay, which is more secure than tapping the card, tapping it on the contactless station. So, and let me tell you why. When I try to tap the car at the gas station outside in the gas pump, it was asking me for the odometer, and it was asking me also for a driver ID. Now keep in mind, I did not assign any of the above for this car specifically because I didn't want to track any expenditure on this gas cards. That is useful when you have multiple drivers really, and you want to track the expenditure and how much they're spending on the cars. But I did not need that. That's why I didn't assign a driver ID or having to enter the odometer on the gas pump. So, and I found it strange that it was asking me for that when I didn't set it up. So when I canceled the transaction because it was asking me to go inside and speak to the cashier. So I canceled the transaction and swiped the card. So I inserted the card into the gas station and it worked perfectly. So again, you guys, there is a link down in the description. If you're interested in applying for the gas card AtoB, there is a link in the description down below. Feel free to go ahead and apply. I have several members of the community here following our channel that they have applied and they have been approved. Like a lot of people. I cannot tell you how many people have applied and been approved for this card. Now, one of the reasons why I love this card, number one, it is a Visa card. That means that you can use it everywhere, unlike the WEX's cards that you have to use specifically at the gas station from where you're granted that card from. But this one is a Visa card. Again, you can use it everywhere, and most importantly, you do not pay a fee every time you use it at any gas station, okay? And that is my segue to speak on the next card that we're going to talk about. But none of these cards that we're reviewing today are underwritten by WEX. So all these cards are individually underwritten by different companies. Some of them, they're underwritten by an in-house department from the company. In the case of Axel, Pilot Flying J. I'm not 100% who is the underwriter here. I do know that they report to Dun & Bradstreet. That's something that I forgot to mention for this card. So they do report for Dun & Bradstreet. I'm not sure if they report to any other bureaus, but they do report to Dun & Bradstreet. And also they pull from Dun & Bradstreet when they're going to approve you for it. Now coming back here to the AtoB gas card, this is the new kid on the block. And I'm telling you, when I tell you that they are causing a lot of buzz, you have to believe me. A lot of people are applying for these cards. As soon as you're approved, that you get in contact with Kimberly, you're gonna get an email from her. You probably will have to schedule a call to speak with her as soon as everything is finalized, which takes less than 48 hours, guys, just from the application to the completion of everything. Speaking with Kimberly, as busy as she is, everything is about 48 hours. Now also, when all that is finalized, guys, again, you will receive the cards in less than a week. I mean, that was my particular experience. Hopefully you also experience the same. What I'm trying to tell you is that the process is not too lengthy. It's not really difficult or complex. From filling out the application to completion of everything, you should get your card in the mail and delivered to you within 5 business days. I am a huge advocate, and you guys know how I feel when we find a product that has an awesome customer service, great delivery, good treatment to the client. So I hope that that doesn't change from AtoB. Again, they're causing a lot of buzz. A lot of people from the business credit community are using them and recommending them. Again, if you're interested in applying for this card, there's a link on the description down below. It is an affiliate link. I don't get paid per se for your application. They just do a credit on my account, if that makes sense. So I don't get any cash. So as you can see, it's not like I'm being benefit hugely from this, but I do want you to have this card because you will not regret. Now, from the trifecta, the last card, but definitely not least, is the Fuel Man card. So you guys know that I am also a fan of FleetCor. It's the underwriter here for Fuel Man. To be honest, guys, I had not had any issues with Fuel Man. Their customer service is also great. As a matter of fact, I have contacted customer service. I have spoken with them a few times. And to be honest, when I applied for the BP card, it was approved conditionally with a $500 deposit is what I put in. So I called again. I used it for 90 days. So the representative that I spoke with initially, he misled me and he told me that just use the card for 90 days, pay it on time, and then you can call us back and we will transition that card for a MasterCard so that you can use the card in any gas station, because I have explained to this customer representative that we don't have many BP gas stations here in the state. So he said, oh, just go ahead, you're already approved, use it. But in any case, I called back to FleetCor. They say that was not possible, that I will have to reapply again. So that's exactly what I did. So when I connected with FleetCor, they were really nice, and then they suggested that I get the MasterCard for Fuel Man, and that's exactly what I did. Now the data points on this card, guys, is pretty much the same across the board in terms of how much credit you should have. And one of the things that I suggest everybody is that have some trade lines reporting to the business credit bureaus. Now, it's very important that you make sure that these trade lines are reporting to Dun & Bradstreet as well as Experian. And one of the things that I recommend, guys, I'm a user of Incredible as well. If you have an underwriter that only reports to Dun & Bradstreet, just go ahead and get Incredible and get all your accounts reported to Equifax, CreditSafe, and Sonia, and the other credit bureaus. So Incredible is not reporting to Experian just yet, but they're going to start reporting to Experian. But I digress. Just coming back to the Fuelman card, these are my three favorite card, as I call it. This is my trifecta when it comes to applying for gas cards, guys. I urge you to apply for these cards, right? Because these are the cards that most of the people, most of you in the community have heard that you are utilizing these cards. You know, and to be honest, I do have plenty of cars from WEX. You know, I have the ExxonMobil from WEX, and this one has $2,000. You know, I do have the Shell gas card. This one has $3,000, and I still have this BP card. Still has, I think they increased the limit on this one from the $500 deposit that I first opened it with, and now I have a credit limit of, I think it's $900 or $1,000. So I don't use those cards anymore, guys. So these are the three ones that I'm utilizing for all my fuel needs. So if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to post them in the comment section down below. Again, I have a link if you're interested in applying for the AtoB gas card, which is, you know, one of the best cards that I will say right now. Remember that they're going to give you a credit limit based on the amount that you actually post on the application that you're utilizing on a weekly basis. Okay, guys, that's all I have for this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We want this video to reach an audience that is brand new to us, that's never interacted with us. So let's go ahead and do that so the algorithm can do its thing. But thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Again, these are my three favorite cards. It's my Perfect Gas Card-Trifecta. So if you have any questions, post them down below. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Peace.
Me dice que me quiere amar, solamente quiere jugar.